Hey everybody, thank you for joining us again on the Goodie Bag. I'm Goodie Hendrixson. You know, the Goodie Bag is a show where I have somebody that I admire, that I adore, that I think is super cool, and they show up and they give me a gift because it is my love language. Today, we have someone I'm pretty sure you've seen on Pornhub, someone you've probably seen on OnlyFans, somebody who is a very sexy beast. Miss Faye is in the house. Hey, girl.
Hello. How are you?
I'm great now that you're here.
You're going to be even better when you open this cute little bag.
Oh, my gift.
We're
getting
bag.
right into it.
Yeah, we are.
Is a foam booty?
No.
What the fuck is that?
That is the world's smallest alien pocket pussy. Yes.
Oh, my God. It's, okay, I don't even know how to describe. So what is this, like silicone?
Uh-huh.
But then it's also a booty or like a pussy, but it has like, the tail because it's an alien.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Okay, so if you have a micro penis, this would be right up your alley.
Right, exactly.
Because then you could just...
That stroke was a little big for a micro penis. You gotta really micro stroke it.
Yeah.
It's like a vibration more so.
Wow. Okay. And then we got, some crystals?
I gave you some actual gifts in there, too. So that's Desert Rose, and then there's just an extra little crystal. And this one's a little bit more personal.
Oh, shit.
This is not a gift from me. This is a gift from my father. He was born on St. Patrick's Day, and he's collected probably 1,000 real 4-leaf clovers, and he gives them out to people for good luck.
Wow.
Yeah, so...
Thanks, Dad.
I am the little 4-leaf clover girl. We both have...
Oh, you have a tattoo?
Yeah, we both have matching father-daughter tattoos.
Oh, so you're a daddy's girl?
I am. Sounds about right, since I'm also daddy online. You know, had to come from somewhere.
Okay, let's just fucking...
Get into it.
Thank you for the gifts. But wait, no, what does Desert Rose mean?
So for me, the energy is very grounding. If you've got something going on in your life that you kind of just want to hold that energy there, just maybe keep that around. I put mine in the window so that it collects energy. I feel like it does a lot more in the window for me than it does on me. But hey, to each their own with the way they keep their crystals.
Okay, and what is this crystal?
I want to say it's aquamarine.
Okay. It's very pretty.
It was a gift to me, and I like re-gifting sometimes when it feels right. So you just scream aquamarine energy. You have a very bubbly personality. You seem very open, very free-minded, free-spirited.
Wow.
It matches.
You know me so well. And I have the good luck. Wow, these are great gifts.
Thank you.
But let's get into this alien pussy because your pussy's on the internet.
It is. So is my butthole.
Everything?
Everything is on the internet.
Everything?
Yeah.
So you do, what type of porn do you do?
Everything. I don't think there's really a limit to what I do unless it's like just insensitive. Like I have my boundaries, I have my things that I don't do, but for the most part, you could probably shove just about anything in me. I'll probably lick it, suck it, fuck it. What do you want? Like I sleep with just about anybody. Like I'm polyamorous and I'm pansexual.
Okay. So anything goes.
Anything goes.
Okay. So I have a fantasy, and this is incestuous in nature, but I would love to have a threesome with a set of twins who are bisexual, and they also fuck each other.
I have to talk about this after my breakup. Oh, this is going to be fucking amazing. So it's so funny.
And I want to peg them also.
It's so funny that you say that you want to be with brothers because my relationship that I just got out of, his brother did not like the fact that I made a comment because I had slept with both of them. I slept with one brother and then I started dating the other brother, and we were cool at first.
Okay.
And then I made a joke that I would have totally loved sleeping with both of them, and in like halfway through our relationship, that became an issue with the other brother's girlfriend. And I was like, did you forget that I do porn for a living and I've literally slept with both of them before I dated either of them, and I'm also polyamorous and pansexual? Like, what? Your boundaries are not my boundaries. So like,
what's happening?
Yeah, and a lot of people don't understand open communication with those things. Like, you can get through a situation like that and have respect for all parties involved.
Yes.
without being the home wrecker, the homie hopper. Everybody seems to think that I just...
homie hopper.
Yeah, like, you can... Good communication is what makes you not a homie hopper. It's like a crazy idea. Wild ideas here. Communication is wonderful. But I think you should go for it. You ever meet a couple of hot twins and you're like, listen.
I haven't yet, but that is like
No.
one of my fantasies in my brain.
Well, you should. I don't see anything wrong with it. If all parties are consenting, involved, and they're all adults, I don't see what the problem is.
I'm with you on that.
Mm-hmm.
As long as everybody's on board.
Now, I do have my limits when it comes to, like, family-type content. I don't do mom and dad. I do stepdad, stepmom, stepbro, stepsis.
But you're not old enough to be a stepmom. Like...
No, but I am mommy online, so... I mean, I do get paid to be called mommy. I mean, one of my exes literally calls me mommy, so, like...
So, outside of porn, do you also do, like dominatrix type shit, like findom?
I do.
Okay.
I don't like saying that it's outside of porn though, because under the laws of the United States, all of it is governed in the same fashion. So I can still be arrested for being a dominatrix in the streets, even if I'm not doing sexual acts. Like, there are a lot of things that people don't know about how strict the laws are on sex work. So,
I mean,
like,
please educate us.
It's a little strict out there. Like, being a dom.
So, like, if you're like walking a man on a leash, like a puppy,
you could get caught for, I don't know exactly what you would be booked for, but you could definitely, like, public indecency, something like that.
Wow.
Or it might not be public indecency if there's no nudity, but they might catch you on, like, you shouldn't be doing this. Like, if we catch you doing something like this again, we might book you. And then they'll try and push for, are you escorting? They'll try and push it to see how far you go, because unfortunately, being a dom, a lot of doms do some sexual acts like pegging. And I mean, to me, anytime there's any sexual body parts involved, like, that's an intimate act. I don't care if there's clothing or not. Like, So the laws are real finicky on that.
So how long have you been doing porn?
This will be 8 years, 2024. I quit working regular jobs December of 2015, and January 2016, I started doing full modeling gigs. I started out as, like, fashion and brand representation, and then I moved to, like, lingerie and swimwear, and then every person kept saying, hey, do you want to take off a few more layers? And eventually one of my partners was like, do you want to fuck on camera and get paid for it? And I was like, sure. And then I was like, do you think that I could fuck myself on camera? And he was like, no, that's too far. We can only fuck on yes, I know. So he was like, I'm cool with it as long as me and you are doing it, because it's like me and you and they're watching us. But if it's just you and them, then it feels like it's separate from our
But
relationship.
I feel like as soon as you started fucking yourself, that's when you started making real money.
It was.
Yep.
And don't get me wrong, like, boy-girl content is still my easiest to sell, but it is not the thing that has made me the most money. Like, I just made $200 off my ex last night and telling him he's a piece of shit and that he was never worthy of dating me, and then I made him come in 6 minutes. Like,
wow. That's power.
That is how you take the power back. You're reconsidering your life choices, aren't you?
I mean... I always, like, in my brain, I'm like, could I do porn? Could I? Because it's like, I mean, it's not like I'm not making it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I have hella videos and shit like that. But it's like a piece of me is just like, I don't know if I want it just in the world existing in that manner.
Yeah, I used to feel that same way. Well, I love telling people before I ever did any modeling, any porn, anything, the first pussy pic I ever took, I took it on a digital camera first off. That's how old that says something. So I took it on a digital camera, and then I flipped it around, and I was like, oh, that's what it looks like. Oh, no. We're not sending that. Nobody can see this. I can't even see this. And I remember I went a long time without looking at my own body because I was kind of afraid of it. And then I realized there are so many people that think that body part is like the God sent.
Yes.
It's like just an angel brought down from heaven. And I'm like, it's like, I'm not to be that person, but it is just a body. But thank you for all the love. And the more love I got and the more people were like, oh yeah, let me see this and let me see that. And you're so beautiful and it's so perfect. I was like, well, it really does not matter. Like, more people think I'm beautiful than think I'm ugly. If that makes sense.
Yes.
So it was hard for me to be insecure about it anymore. And now I'm just like, do you want to see me, like, wink my butthole? I don't know. Like, now I
Not wink your butthole. How do you even do that?
You just squeeze. You just winky wink.
Okay, so you went from modeling to fucking with your ex on camera and then fucking yourself on camera. And is there, like, a certain genre that you kind of do? Like, do you have the... Like, what does your content look like? If I go on Pornhub and I type Miss Faye, what am I going to find?
Pornhub doesn't have as much of my content, unfortunately, only because Pornhub isn't monetized right now. Credit card processors pulled off of Pornhub, so they've been fighting to find a company that will allow us to take payments again. So I only have, like, a few videos up just for views to get traffic in, to push them out to my other sites, to do whatever I can.
Okay.
If they come back, I'll start putting videos back up there again, because
You are dropping gems right now. I mean, I've subscribed to one OnlyFans in my entire life, but, like, I've never spent money on Pornhub. But, like, I didn't know that they were not monetized.
Well, Pornhub is just like YouTube with views. So if you get views, you can get paid per views. But even with that, we're not really getting paid right now because all of our funding is being pulled. Like, the government is trying real hard to make it so that we can't make money because they were like, oh, you can make that much by doing that? No, absolutely not.
Okay.
So.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. So then.
But if I had... I don't really have a genre, in my opinion. I feel like I'm so diverse in all of the things that I've done. I started out more so with, like, I would say subby type content. I was a very big daddy's girl. Like, I started out being more of, like, the sugar baby type. I did used to have more sugar daddies than I do now. I'm not really a fan of it as much. There's just too much work, in my opinion. They ask for too much and they don't give you enough, in my opinion. Like, I can do that from home without doing anything with you.
Okay. Okay.
But I graduated from that into, I just kind of started doing creative content, and I wanted to start pushing boundaries, and I started developing my kinks and, you know, getting into, a couple years into doing content, I got a professional dom to start training me in, like, rope and being a rope bottom and teaching me how to be, like, a more respectful submissive, because I was kind of a dick when I was first getting into kink and I didn't know a lot of rules and a lot of things that most people don't know because they just don't have these talks regularly.
Yeah.
And then that kind of graduated me into dom stuff, because then I met doms and I was like, wow, oh, you can, like, women do this? Women degrade men for
and get
money?
paid?
For money? You're telling me that I can tell a man that they are a piece of shit and they're gonna pay me and get off to it and come back for more and thank me? Oh, absolutely. So I started bobbing and weaving through content, and then I tried live camming.
Okay.
I do it every once in a while, but it's more of a full-time job. You kind of got to do, like, a 9-to-5 set schedule. Your fans need to know when you'll be online.
Okay.
That wasn't really my thing. I like to travel and do stuff, so I started collabing with people. I started meeting people. I started getting out there, and so now I just have a very diverse selection of videos, content, audios. I write. I've written my own, directed, edited, starred in my whole own, like, cinematic film last year. That was my first big project. Exactly.
Congratulations.
Yes. So I kind of just do everything.
What is your favorite type of content to make?
I love being a dommy. I love my creative stuff and the things, my passion projects, the things that I write, the scripts, the stories that I do. I love them, but if I had to do one thing in this industry, I would stay a findom or a dominatrix, because it gives me my power back the most, whereas some of the other stuff sometimes brings up a lot of my trauma and a lot of my issues, and sometimes I just don't feel so great.
Do your parents know that you do porn?
Yes. I don't actually know if my dad specifically knows that I do porn, but a couple days ago I actually had him in the car, and my assistant was sitting next to me, and I was like, we were talking about my dad's artwork because my dad's an artist, and in his house he has like a bunch of drawings of like nude women and stuff. So I grew up seeing that kind of things, and he was like, oh yeah, this picture that I did was from the blah 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 Playboy centerfold, this person. And I just turned around and I was like, Dad, how would you feel if I was a Playboy bunny? And he just kind of stopped for a second. He's like, well, I mean, I don't know, I guess I would be all right. And I was like, wait, no, I'm like serious, Dad, like, what if I told you that I was, and then I'm like, he's like, well, I thought Playboy wasn't really a thing anymore. And I'm like, no, it's just digital, and you're not really on the internet. And he was like, well, good for you. And I was like, is that really how this reaction was going to be this whole time? Because, like, I could have done this so much sooner. My mom hates it, though. Me and my mom don't speak. So, and she is very judgmental of my job. Do you know what people say to me about what you do online? And I'm like, yeah, probably that I pop my pussy for a check and that I'm living my best life. Like, what do you want?
That I pop my pussy for a check. I mean, but also fuck her. Yeah.
Yeah. So, not a big deal. Dad's very supportive in everything I do. He's actually working on helping me buy a house right now, so... yeah, don't have a bad relationship with my dad.
That's good.
Yeah.
Yeah, my mom's dead, but my dad is still alive, and we're cool. But he's just like so old. It's just like, wow, you are very old. He's 93.
Wow.
He's very old.
Wow. I thought my dad was older because my dad's in his 70s. That's wild.
Yeah, my dad was born in 1930.
Wow. You've got older parents then?
Well, yeah, but my mom is dead though. She died in 2005. I was 16 and she was 69 when she died. Yeah. Wow. But I was adopted.
Okay.
Yeah,
that makes a little bit more sense.
Yeah.
I was like, wow, they had you that late in life like that. That's brave for her.
Yeah, no,
Very
but
brave.
my dad is very old. For Christmas, I just bought him like crossword puzzles. That's wonderful. In the phone book. I'm like, just write down everybody's number. And he's like, oh, thank you, Jesus. Hallelujah. I was like, okay.
That's so cute and wholesome, though. I buy my dad, like, Sudoku puzzles, and I get him, like, occasionally some fishing stuff because he likes to go fishing. I'm like, I don't know what to get you, Dad. You just kind of live a simple life.
Yeah, my dad lives a pretty simple life. He's watching Jeopardy, watching the news, fucking doing crossword puzzles.
Yes. I don't know how they do
Waking up early as fuck and going to sleep early as fuck.
You just described my dad.
I think that's just old people.
Yep.
This is fucking old fucking people.
Oh, sonny, I ain't got no more left in me.
Yeah, but my dad goes to church and shit. Like, he'll go to church, sing in the choir, like, shit like that.
Aw, that's really cute.
But then another thing is, like, when I thought about, like, putting my naked body on the internet, I'm like...
Your family.
Not even really my family, because I'm not really connected to, like, my actual family.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
all my family is chosen.
I love that.
But I'm just like, well, maybe when my dad kicks the bucket, I might could do it. But it's just also, he doesn't know how to use a microwave. So there's just like no way that he would even ever figure out, you know what I'm saying, that I'm on the internet doing literally anything.
Yeah, let's see if by the end of this interview we can get you to figure out.
To do porn.
Yeah, and then I can send you my referral links and we'll get you all set up. We could do some coaching.
I mean, the fact of the matter is, like, I love sex. Like, everybody who knows me, Goodie, pussy, yum, yum. Like, it's in my name. I'm very open about sex and sex clubs and swinging and all of that shit. And, I mean, it's a good time. I love fucking. It's a lot of fun. But I'm also a pillow princess. I'm not putting in a lot of work.
Heck, you don't have to. I'm a pillow princess in most of my scenes. Are you kidding me? I am not doing the work. Oh, no. So the cinematic scene that I was telling you about that I shot last year is ironic because I had to be a pillow princess for that scene because I fucked up my neck the day before and I was jacked up on muscle relaxers and pain meds. And we get ready to do the scene. And my friend Brendan, God love him, he is the sweetest soul. He was like, are you sure that you should be doing this? He's like, are you sure that, like, I'm not gonna, like, hurt you? And I was like, look, as long as I, like, lay it down and position my neck the right way, just, like, fuck
So are
me
you even
and,
able
like,
to suck dick?
Oh, I did the whole scene. Like, I don't even know how I did the last part of the shower scene because the second guy, I filmed with 2 guys in the scene. And so the second part was Yinny, and Yinny is a wild child. And he just fucked me up in the shower. By the time I got done, I was like, I don't actually know if you broke my neck or not, but I think I'm going to cancel all of the rest of my scenes for the rest of the time I'm here. And I did. That was the last big scene I filmed, and I had to give up because I died.
Jesus.
It was awful. I came home in so much pain. It was horrendous, but it was the best scene I've ever filmed, and it still sells #1 today.
Okay. So, are you actually orgasming or orgasming? Am I saying?
Yes.
I can't. I'm having a stroke.
Yes.
So you are actually coming when you're fucking in
Depends.
scenes.
Sometimes I fake it. Like, if we're really tired and we're like, look, we were supposed to film this scene and we got to get it over with, and we're just like, let's just film this amount of time, we'll come at like this mile marker, and then we'll like, this is what we'll do. Sometimes we fake it, but like sometimes I can't help it. I might say I'm gonna fake it, and then all of a sudden they do something and I'm like, well shit, I wasn't planning on it, but thanks. So
for men, I feel like I've read this or heard this or something, like y'all use just like lotion or glue to make it look like they actually came.
There have been a couple scenes that I have done where I did cream pies, where I went out and I bought fake cum lube, and like partway through, like,
what the fuck is fake cum lube?
so it's literally just like a body safe lube that they make a little bit thicker and like milkier, so it literally looks like cum. But it's safe. You can use it internally, externally, like you can eat it. It doesn't really taste that great. It's kind of got like a weird lubey flavor to it, but like, yeah. And so usually I just keep it on hand. I'll just stick the whole bottle up there in between, like right before they're supposed to like pretend to come. And then when they pull out, I just push it all out.
Wow.
Yeah.
I mean, okay. Not fake cum lube. Mm-hmm. Wow. I'm learning so much right now. Jiminy Christmas.
We're just on the tip of the iceberg, too.
Okay. Another one of my favorite types of porn to watch is gangbang. Have you done one?
I have not, but I have been invited to several, and I have so many friends who have done them, and so I have extensive knowledge in the backgrounds of them. I've also participated in personal stuff. Like, I do a lot of wild shit outside of porn. Like, it's not just stuff that I do on camera. Like, I have been with 2 brothers before, like biological brothers. I just was not in porn at the time, and so I wasn't really as comfortable with pushing that boundary. But like, looking back on it now, I'm like, that was the perfect opportunity. I had literally exactly what I needed if I would have just been doing porn at the time. Are you kidding me? And they were both down for it. Oh, I'm so disappointed that I didn't do porn sooner in my life. I would have been so successful.
But you are successful.
So much more successful, so much sooner, I guess is what I mean. Like, instead of wasting all of my time going through college just to get right here, I could have been making porn in college. Shit, I could have fucking bought a house and got my degree.
Okay. So, how do you navigate safety while being a porn star?
Depends. What kind of situation do you mean?
Like STIs.
We all get tested.
Okay.
So there are a couple different systems. The one that I go through is Talent Testing Service, which they've had a few issues with just like in these areas out in like the Midwest in the middle of nowhere. It's hard to find testing facilities or places that will offer it for us. We used to have one here in Columbus, and then I don't know what happened. Either they just stopped offering it or what, but now I have to drive like an hour away to go get officially tested. That'll get submitted, and I can submit that to agencies. I can submit that to producers. They come up with like a little status, and it'll like tell you if you're cleared or not, and then I can just like screenshot it and send it to people and be like, hey, I got tested. And then it tells you how long your results are valid for too. So like some results are valid for a month, some are valid for like 2 weeks. I usually let mine only for 2 weeks because for me, if you didn't get tested within like a couple days of me seeing you, I'm probably not going to film with you. Like, if your test results, if you're, like, at the borderline, like, hey, I got tested, like, a week and a half ago, and I'm still cleared, I'm like, okay, but I still need a new result, because that's, like, a week and a half of time, and I don't know if you've slept with anybody in that time, if you've been with other creators in that time, even if you guys have been tested, I still need fresh results. So.
Do you know who the girth master is?
Yes. I haven't met him. But yes, I do know who you're talking about.
I literally only know him he popped up randomly on like a video on my YouTube. It was like, guess who's a porn star or not? Like one of those like types of videos. And then I looked him up. His dick is huge. It is so big. And I'm like, I didn't know white people had dicks this large.
There is a guy, I don't remember what his name is. He's like biggest cock on literally his screen name on Pornhub is like world's largest cock or something like that. And I shit you not, like his dick is like this long and it's like this thick. And like when he fucks people, he has to like stay out like from a distance. And, like, he can never, like, get close to the person, and he has to, like...
Hold it.
Yeah, like, he's not, like, he can't, like, touch the person. Like, he's holding his dick so that it, like, doesn't fucking wobble and shit. I'm like, I'm sorry, but there has to be a limit on, like, the big dick being, like, all that it is. Like, that's too much. That is too much dick. I didn't even think it was real when I saw it. I was like, there's no way. Like, you can't fit that in pants or jeans. Like, how does he go out? Is it surgical? Like, did he, like, get this, like, was it an implant?
He's white?
Just, like, yeah.
This is blowing my brain away.
I know. But honestly, not worth it. I don't see the point in a dick that
Yeah,
big.
I wouldn't want to be a participant in that.
You can't even, like, hold somebody while he's fucking. Like, by the time you get all the way up to her, your dick's coming out her throat if she's my
dead.
size. Literally. You just impaled your partner.
Yeah, there's no... I mean, what is, like, the average vagina is, what, like 4 inches long? So...
What am I supposed to do with that? Like, you're literally just the tip. That just has to be depressing. It has to be sad.
Yeah.
No.
Okay, so how do you navigate dating while being an adult actor?
Ironic, considering I just got out of a horrible relationship.
With the brothers. Well, with the one brother.
With the one brother. So, this is a fun topic. I don't really date super often in the industry because it is really difficult. I wanted to date somebody within the industry, but it seems like a lot of people just don't want to settle down. The money just is too good, and people just want to go and be with everybody. Like, I have a ton of friends that are all dating each other, and they're all in like a polyamorous relationship together, but I don't feel like they ever really see each other or spend time together like that. And I have to have slow down time with my partners.
Is quality time like your love language?
Very much so. A lot of like quiet time, a lot of communication, just talking, getting to know each other. And I can't do the fast pace all the time. So I get overwhelmed trying to date in the industry because I'm like, where are you going? When do I get to see you again? Like, I want to come with you. And I get a little overwhelmed. But then my last relationship, I was like, okay, I'm pulling out of the industry for a while, and I'm dating a vanilla person finally. I am dating somebody, no porn, no background, no nothing, and I thought I was getting somebody normal, and turns out I ended up in a fucking abusive relationship with that person.
Oh, no.
Who ended up just using me for the fact that I was a porn star and wanted the attention, and then they realized, oh, you're like a human being with feelings and responsibility, and like I actually have to care about you and like provide in this relationship more than just dick on camera, and I don't get to like fuck all your friends and like I think he was like gravitating towards wanting all of the benefits that come with my job, and like I can't help it, like all of it's out there, so you see what all of my benefits are to dating me.
Yeah.
But they don't realize when I get in a relationship, I pull all of those benefits to see if you like me. I'm not going to let you, like, fuck around with my friends until I know that you can give me basic decency and respect. I'm not going to bring you around to all of my parties, and you're not going to come to all the events, and I'm not going to take us on all these vacations, and I'm not going to do all of this fucking shit for you just so that you can fall in love with that. You got to fall in love with me first.
Girl, preach.
And so I did. I started pulling, and I noticed that he had, like, tried cheating on me, and he had cheated on his previous girlfriends, and I'm like, oh, we definitely can't have you going out and meeting my friends now. Like, we gotta stay home. We gotta work on, like, us. I need to make sure that I can trust you before I bring you into that environment. And the more I pulled back, the more he pulled back from everything, and I was just like, this isn't gonna work. All you want is the benefits, and I'm not giving them to you just so you can go and cheat on me and leave me for whoever. Like, you can go find somebody who's not a fucking porn star for that. Go find one of your little friends in your little local town, in your little local bar. Go get drunk. Go sleep around. Go cheat on those other little girls who have no idea what the fuck that they're getting into, and leave me alone, because I've worked way too hard for you to fuck me up.
I know that's right.
So.
How long were y'all together?
About a year. Okay. He kind of chased me for, I would say, several months while he was in a relationship that I didn't know wasn't actually an open relationship. He had been bragging about, like, seeing all these girls and doing all this stuff, and he, like, made himself out to be, like, somebody who could fit into my lifestyle. He's like, yeah, I want to be polyamorous. Me and my girl are open. And at some point I was like, oh, well, you and your girl are open. You're positive, right? Like, that was, like, a discussion that you guys had. I don't want to sleep around with you if that's not a thing. And so we slept together, and lo and behold, like, several months into our relationship, I started noticing signs. So I texted his ex, and I was like, we need to have a talk. I need to know, like, what your relationship was like. And she was like, oh, we weren't open until the last, like, month of our relationship. We were not open that whole time. I'm like, oh, so he was cheating on you. Oh, and then she was like, oh, yeah. And then, like, were you guys together when I saw him and blah, blah, blah? And I was like, yeah. And we were fine. And she was like, oh, he tried to kiss me then. And I'm like, oh, no. Oh, okay. So, like, I've just been with a cheater and a manipulator this whole fucking time who made himself out to be, oh, I can totally be polyamorous. I want to be with all these girls. No, you don't, baby. You want the benefit of being with a bunch of girls, but you don't want to have to go through the open communication of it. Commitment.
Yeah, so, okay.
And that's hard being a porn star, because you can see all of my hot friends online. You watch me fuck all of my hot friends online, and so everybody's going to be like, oh, yeah, well, does that come with the territory? Like, do I get to fuck your friends too? And it's like, did you work for it? Have you been in the industry for 8 years?
That's so fucking gross, actually. Just immediately thinking that you can do that.
I should have left him the moment that we were fucking when we weren't even dating, and in the middle of us fucking, he said, wouldn't it be so hot if your friends were here to watch us? And I got the biggest ick, and I had to stop, and I was like, I am not... Like, yes, I think that's so fucking hot, but, like, not when I'm kind of upset with you and you're supposed to be making things up to me right now.
And we're in the middle of fucking.
And we have not discussed this. You don't even know if I would be cool with you saying this to me right now. Like, that was, like, a month into me, like, fucking him. I should have left him on the spot.
Isn't it funny how you think about dating dudes and you're like, damn, this one thing happened so long ago. If I would have just fucking stopped fucking with this person at that time, I would have saved myself so much fucking time and heartache and tears.
But see, here's my problem, is I keep doing I have noticed that there is a very big disconnect sexually in terms of how people communicate. So, like, I'm trying to give vanilla people the benefit of the doubt that maybe they don't communicate as well with their sexual fantasies and things, and they don't know what it's like to be with somebody like me who's super open. So I always try to educate before I just cut people off, but I spent way too much time educating somebody who did not take any of it to heart, and he is currently partying and fucking a bunch of girls 2 weeks after we broke up.
Fuck you, bro, whoever you are.
Thank you. Oh, and probably trying to get more girls so he can take intimate pictures of them and send them around to other people so he can get more girls to take intimate pictures of. And I was one of those girls. I found out maybe 3 months into our relationship that when we had done our first photo shoot together, he had been using my photos to send to other girls to be like, yeah, I've been fucking her and I don't really care. Like, it's kind of weird that my dick's on the internet. And I'm like, that never happened. Like, who the fuck are you?
What the fuck?
Yeah, so, listen, I give way too much. I have been in several abusive relationships, and when I get out of them, I'm like, and my friends really didn't pull my phone from me, did not cut me off, did not literally sit me down and say, bitch, what the fuck are you doing right now?
Oh, my goodness. Well, don't you worry, because now that we're friends, I will slap you upside the head and be like, bitch, get it the fucking together.
Please, like, tell me I'm being a dumb bitch.
Yes. That's one of my favorite things that I love to do with my friends. Like, bitch, you're dumb right now. You look so fucking stupid. I had a friend a couple weeks ago. It was her birthday. Came to my house. Everybody's just like drunk. We're doing drugs. We're having a good time. But then like her and her boyfriend started like arguing. Ended up kicking him out. He kicked in my front door. It was the whole thing. So I had to get it repaired. It was like a $600 fucking repair. But whatever. Like that's not what I'm tripping on.
Him.
But like she was still like chasing after him and like crying and shit. And then when she came back to my house, I was like, look how fucking dumb you look right now. Like, you really look like a fucking dumb bitch. Like, this man kicked in my front door for you. But, like, girl, no. Mm-mm. Please.
No.
No, your pussy deserves better.
Right. What are you doing?
And, I mean, I've also been a dumb bitch in my life.
We all have.
My last partner, his dick curved into my brain and made me a dumb bitch. It was really good.
Man, I feel that. I have had some good dick where you're like, I know you're toxic and like, I really know I should leave. But
yep.
There's like not this good a dick around everywhere.
Oh my God. So this is the thing. Dick is abundant and low in value, right? But it's like good dick.
Yinny, if you're listening, I am 100% thinking about getting dick down in Vegas that first night. Because good dick is
maybe
very, very far and few between.
I could do this with you all day. We have to wrap it up. Where can people find you? Where we're going to see you? Where can we look you up? All that good stuff.
You can find me on just about any major porn site. I am on Pornhub, OnlyFans, ManyVids, SextPanther, Fansly. What else? I just created the new Playboy Bunny site. I'm on Feature Fans, and if you really want some personal one-on-one time with me, I have a whole Discord where you can come and join, and you do not have to pay a fee. You can just hop in, join the chats. There's a safe for workplace, there's a not safe for workplace, and I would definitely recommend that above all else if you really want to get to know me. Join the Discord. It's my favorite server, FAYE, favorite.
Okay.
Yeah.
And your Instagram?
Let's see. My main Instagram is Life by Miss Faye. I also have Just Miss Faye, which is a little bit more risque. You can find me on Twitter, Oh Hey Miss Faye, TikTok, Oh Hey Miss Faye. You can find me just about anywhere if you search Miss Faye.
Okay. Well, Miss Faye, thank you so much for educating me and the people because, wow, how many gems you've dropped is just amazing, including these actual gems.
Literal. Yeah.
Well, everybody, thank you so much for tuning in to another episode of the Goodie Bag, Miss Faye. I love you. Thank you so much for being here.
I love you.
All right. And we'll see y'all next time.
Thank you.
All right. And I got this alien pussy thing.